Bicycles.
Bicycles? Hello, the internet. How is it going? We're live on Twitch. We are Massive Damage Adventures. We're reviewing Beyond the Ring by The Expanse today, so thanks for coming by. My name is Merrick Moyer. My pronouns are he, him. I really enjoy The Expanse. Have read the books multiple times, all the way through, and watched the show. Love it. And, got a chance to write for this RPG for something that hasn't come out yet. So I'm a big fan of The Expanse. Let's go down the line and everybody, introduce yourself. Maybe say one fun thing that you love about The Expanse or a character you love or something. I'm putting you on the spot, and Jen, you're up first.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Hi, my name is Jen. My pronouns are she, her. I watched The Expanse the first season, and then we listened to the audiobooks. We haven't finished the audiobooks, we just listened up to whatever season they're in now so that I would have the book context for the latest season. And I like Avasarala. She's the best.
Avasarala the boss. Katie, you're next. Then Patrick, then Tyler.
Okay, I'm Katie, and my pronouns are she, her, and I love the Expanse TV show a lot. We've watched it multiple times through because we're big fans, and my favorite character is Amos. He's the best.
Patrick.
My name is Patrick. Pronouns are he, him. I don't like The Expanse. I'm here against my will, and just gonna try and ruin this as much as possible. But really, that's a lie, and I love The Expanse. And if it had to be a favorite character, I don't know. I like Holden a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have pegged that.
He's I think it's because he's a paladin. He is a space paladin, and he can't help himself, and I love that because I get it. Where he's like, yeah, no, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
He's got such heart.
He's handsome.
Okay, Tyler, you're up.
Yeah, my name is Tyler, pronouns he, him, and yeah, my favorite thing about The Expanse is probably the realism it has. It's not space fantasy so much, a little bit, but a little bit of stuff in there, but
But that cool hard sci-fi.
Yeah, and the flip and burn.
Yeah. All right.
Name of your sex tape?
So this is over?
Well, that was a great review of this game.
Jen ruined it for everyone.
Okay, so if you haven't heard of the Expanse RPG before, or you don't know the books, or you don't know the TV show, I don't know why you're here. Thanks for coming by. But in short, The Expanse is a near-future science fiction story that really focuses on the interpolitical sort of existence of the solar system after we've colonized the belt and some of the outer planets. Then, in the first book, you're introduced to some extraterrestrial weirdness, and things just go off the rails from there. So, major spoilers, because we're going to be talking about a setting book that advances the story to the fourth book. So, yeah. The the role-playing game came out about 2.5 years ago now. The original core book, the Expanse RPG, all in one book, published by Green Ronin Publishing. And then they put out the Ships of the Expanse expansion book, basically just a whole bunch of extra ships. And this is the third book in the game line, Beyond the Ring. So we are advancing to the fourth book, Sibylla Burn. We're actually at the end of the fourth book, Sibylla Burn, as humanity expands through the Ringgate system to the 1,337 possible worlds that you can go and check out. It's not lead. It's 1,330. It's not 1,337.
There should be. They should have done that.
So, the music that you're hearing right now is from Sirenscape, and we are sponsored by Roll20, so thank you, Roll20. We're going to be using Roll20 to build our system. And thank you very much to Green Ronin Publishing, who gave us a review copy of Beyond the Ring. You can pre-order it right now, and you could just buy the PDF. You don't have to pre-order the physical copy. But, that is available for you. What we're going to do today is talk about high level what you get in the book, and then we're going to build our own system of an exoplanet through the Ringgate network, and then we're going to play a one-shot. Not tonight. We're not going to play the one-shot tonight. We're going to do our setting building tonight, and then we're going to take it offline and make our characters, and then I'll write a one-shot, and we're going to play it and put that out on the podcast, Massive Damage Adventures, and maybe on the YouTube Skyhammer Press. You will be able to find this video on Twitch for the next little bit as a VOD, and then we'll have a nice, like, chopped down version released for YouTube in the near future. All right, so let's talk about this book. It is 130 pages, and it's got 5 chapters. It's beautiful. You can see this lovely art scroll in the bottom of your screen here. Those are all interior pictures from the book. This book, like I said, it advances the storyline to Sibyl O'Byrne and beyond. The first chapter is about 20 pages of setting material that just catches you up. It says, this is where everybody is. This is what's going on. Space is scary. Because if you've read the 4th book, there's bad things that happen. You get death slugs and eye worms and exploding space stuff and people who shut off nuclear fusion. Chapter 2 is a deep dive into Medina Station. Previously the Behemoth, previously the Nauvoo, the big space station at the center of the ring space. And so this chapter deals with like the key characters and locations if you wanted to set a game specifically on Medina Station. And there's a lot of like really interesting stuff there. They go into a lot of depth about how the people live there, sort of interact with each other, and what like slides, like they're totally cool with smuggling, but they're really not cool with, like, say, human trafficking. And they'll get really hard on that. But like if you're just smuggling like foodstuffs or weapons down to a new planet out in the Ringgate, they're like, yeah, cool, whatever. Not our business. So they don't want to get involved. They just want to be the gas station before the rest of the universe.
Gas stations make money.
Yeah. Chapter 3 is beefy. It is 60 pages of the worlds beyond. So they've got 15 featured worlds that were mentioned in the books or the short stories. Also important to mention that the RPG takes no information from the TV series. That's a separate sort of license. So the RPG is completely based off of the books and the short stories. So 15 feature worlds that have been mentioned, 3 dead systems that have been mentioned in canon and are like weird, and then 24 new worlds that have been designed for the RPG and vetted by the authors. So pen name James S.A. Corey, aka Ty Frank and Daniel Abraham. They've looked at all the content in this book and given it okay as, you know, part of their world.
That is very cool. Yeah, me too, Patrick.
Chapter 4 is Colonies. So this is some of the really, really cool stuff with this book, that you get an entirely new way to play the game. So like the Expanse RPG, which we've played before, is really focused on what the books and the show is like. You get in a ship and you fly around. It doesn't have to be. You can play other stuff, but that's kind of where it lends itself. Here in this chapter 4, they add colony subsystems where your colony is designed like a character with its own attributes and focuses, and then you can take on projects to improve your colony. And the game master can throw things at you like giant sandstorms or alien technology that you got to deal with.
A game master would never do that.
A game master would never do that?
It'd be mean to do that.
Yeah, they're not cruel, unfeeling gods.
Capricious is the word I would like.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That checks.
And then the final chapter in the book is systems. So this is world creation. It's 12 pages of step-by-step tables to create a science fact adjacent sort of system. It's like, this could probably work, and they skew towards what they call the They call it the builder's preference or prejudice or something. But basically, the builder species hijacked life on Earth-like planets, so most of these systems have Earth-like planets that just have like 2 billion years less evolution than us because they got a hard reset.
That's a good explainer.
Yeah, pretty cool. I think before we get into building our system and building our colony, I thought it might be cool to just check out 2 of the worlds beyond. See what other people have written or what they've talked about, and just sort of skim through them. And we're going to go randomly. So we got 15 featured worlds and 24 new worlds. We should just like roll randomly. Who wants to roll?
Katie, roll.
What are we rolling?
Well, for 15,
D15.
let's go first. Roll a d20. You got a d20 nearby? If you get 16 plus, re-roll.
Throw your dice in the garbage.
Throw your dice in the garbage.
And
How dare
buy
it
our
roll
dice instead.
Yeah, we
Throw
do
all
dice
your dice
at
away.
Skyhammer Dice on Instagram.
Am I rolling a d20? Is that actually happening?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, do it.
Let's find out where we get. What we get.
I got a 6.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is Firdaws.
What page
So
are you
this
on?
is Firdaws is on page 39. Unique among settled systems, Firdaws is actually comprised of 2 dwarf planets orbiting each other as they orbit the system's star. Possibly the remnants of an experiment of the builders, they seem impossibly close to each other, and yet maintaining a set distance. The individual planets don't have their own spin, but instead rotate together as if the axis rested between them. While this leaves swaths of each planet in perpetual darkness, even the areas left in the dark host plenty of biodiversity. After extensive study to ensure their orbits weren't decaying and they weren't moving any closer to each other, the most skilled engineers among the colonists began designing shuttle ports, the ultimate goal being to use the alloys created by the Builder Society to create a bridge between the 2 planets.
That's neat.
Yeah, and so this is one Firdaws has been mentioned in the books. And
Is
so
that a bridge for foot traffic? Or like
it's probably like
20
a
days to get
maglev
across?
rail, right? It's gonna be like a high-speed bullet train through space.
I hope so.
Imagine being like, oh, I gotta go to the other planet. What a hike.
It'd be like a hike up and then a fall down. So
Would
yeah.
it?
You gotta climb until you're out of gravity.
And then it
get
flings
to,
you?
like, where there's no gravity, and then you do a spin around and fall down.
yeah, if you don't push off enough, you just get stuck in the middle.
There's- They have guys there with big poles. Come on.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, it would be like the new Total Recall movie where they would go through the core.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd be
I'd imagine
gravity if the planets were spinning together.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because they're moving in unison around the central axis, not around themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like,
So gravity
Is
would
that-
be fucked up.
Yeah, does that mean if you're on the inside part of one of the planets, do you have less gravity because you're being pulled
It
towards
has
the
to be,
center
right?
of gravity? That's my weird.
Could you kick a soccer ball hard enough?
Okay, the
Goes
builders
to the other
fixed
planet.
it.
Space magic.
Yeah. A builder did it. Okay, so that was the first paragraph of Firdaws, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more to just sort of like get you a cool setting so that you have these 15 out of the box pre-made ideas that you can fly your ships through.
Sherlin number 2, roll.
All right,
Also,
go
just
Tyler.
as a side note, it does say that Firdaws has low gravity.
There you
Right.
go.
There you
I
go.
rolled a 17.
I just am
so
tickled
I'll
that
roll
he's
again.
Sherlin number 2.
Oh no,
11.
you're good. We're going for 24 now.
Oh, okay, I
So,
rolled
like,
17 then.
17. All right, we couldn't get the high ones. Page 80, which is Khrysos. This one's got a nice little side thing. It has like some the side thing. Don't give me that look, Patrick. It's got a summary
Sidebar?
table. Sidebar, thank you.
G6
Star type?
main sequence. Star
Yeah,
type?
it's a G6 main sequence star. It's got 2 satellites. It's got its orbit, diameter, gravity, which is 1.2, 27-hour, 12-minute length of day. Cool. So the colonists who entered the gate to Khrysos thought they struck gold, or rather, struck europium, an element needed in spaceship reactors. Not only did the planet boast substantial reserves of the rare and valuable material, but the ring builders established extensive mining networks that are far from tapped. The europium is there for the taking, but there is one major issue. The terraforming equipment stopped working centuries ago, and the atmosphere reverted to its natural state, saturated with carbon monoxide. A few brave souls have made a home here anyway, as the riches contained in the planet's crust make the risk of the air worth it. The planet is named for the Greek daemon of gold, a symbol of the riches contained within.
Fun.
Yes, Patrick?
Wouldn't that be Khrysos?
Yes. What did I say?
Khrysos.
Khrysos. My bad. But
That's fine.
yeah.
My brain was just not letting it. That sounds like a shithole.
It
It's like, man, there's so much money. You'll die if you go outside.
But you
But
probably
if
spent
you can,
all your money.
not die, you'll be rich.
Yeah, well, you won't be,
And then you can move somewhere.
because I feel like you're not. It's not like old prospectors landing on Khrysos to
I feel
mine
like
up
it
mine up
is.
some unobtainium.
I feel like it is.
Unobtainium. Europium, Patrick. Wrong
I'm sorry.
universe.
There's probably other things.
So yeah, it's got that lovely sort of like intro to give you a setup. It tells you about the system, the biosphere, alien artifacts that are here, the settlements that are here, and then it's got 2 story hooks for a closer look,
Where's that at?
which was pretty fun. Just
Oh,
on the
next
next
page.
page,
Cool.
81. One of the other things that we'll see later as we build our own system is that they have this great tool set for building your like animal analogs, where they're like, here are the stats for a grazer analog, and now just put your weird stuff on it. Like,
Make it
it's-
weird now.
It's kind of like a cow, but roll on a table, and it's got scales.
Are there tables
Oh yeah.
for animals, for weird animals? Oh, I
Oh,
love
we're going
that.
to be tabling.
We're gonna make some weird animals. This is a 7-hour call, everyone. Settle
We're
in.
gonna make some weird stuff.